Alright, just hit the stream button again. It'll probably tell me when it's not working. I have a feeling you guys should probably see this now, though. I'm gonna do something stupid and actually turn on my preview. Alright. Yeah. Alright, the secret within the book still eluded me after several weeks of intense study. Wasted time and wasted ink. The man couldn't be anything but a maniac, filling precious parchment with malarkey and incomprehensible symbols. I learned to love books instead. I've gained the trait Scholar, which gives me... I don't even remember what this gives me. 3 learning, and other scholars like me by 20. Where my country to go, and Zun will be worshipped throughout my empire. So yeah, actually, Nicolor, I should have asked you this. What are you playing? Like, what country? What ethnicity? Oh, more heathens. I think we'll go to war with these guys. How about Norge? Not good enough. Westlander. Yeah, I think Holy War should work. Oh, truce is expiring. With Hispania. What are their armies at? 4K, eh? My retinue can handle that. Oh, but they'll bring in allies, though. That's not... Well, I mean, that's why I got 10,000 gold, right? I'll just fire up the ships. Okay, so now I need to think. If I do the Holy War here, I should still have a couple of... people who I can give titles to. So maybe I whet my appetite by killing some Vikings, and then we can worry on... Well, no, but he's a really old emperor, actually, so I should probably get that peace treaty dealt. Well, no, I've still got some time for the peace treaty, so let's go kill some Vikings. It kicked you out, but it's working again. Yeah, I'm sorry about the streaming problems. We actually seem to lose quite a few people with that, which is a bit of a shame. But it is nice to have you guys here still. I know it's the same deal as breaks. You always kind of worry a little bit when you go for a break because people tend to, that's usually a time where people vanish. Can I afford to make enemies? Yeah. But with that in mind, right, like, your stream's not going to be as good if you're completely exhausting yourself every single time, so... One of those necessary evils. Holy orders can pop up in all sorts of places. Oh, what is up with the Teutonic Order? Aren't they in Germany? Knights of Calatrava have held friends for as much as 2 centuries in your game. Your screen goes green occasionally. Is anybody else having that problem? Still trying to convert the heathens. Oh, you know what? We're going to lose Santiago to the Muslims. But I'm not sorry about that, because then I won't have to go to war with Aquitaine to get those territories. Yeah, I think we're going to stay the course. We're just going to take an easy holy war. And again, here, where normally I would have spent this money on infrastructure, I know that I'm going to have a large fleet carrying some troops onto Spain fairly quickly, so I'm just sitting on that as a reserve. You've seen it happen on an occasion on other streams, but no. Okay. Another daughter, eh? Alright. Does anybody want to name this child? I think that video was faster than the audio. Raging 10-year-old, thank you very much for the follow. Despite the technical difficulties and everything. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying yourself. Steve? What is this, Ryan? Isn't it Ryan Reynolds who just called his daughter a very masculine name? Why the hell not? Steve it is. Probably better than Bergflade. Okay, so I think we just won somebody over for the Crown Authority. And was a 7-vote guy, so... So they're all Swedes who are... Oh wait, no, it's Afra. He's gonna take some convincing, though. Well, we'll live with it. I mean, I'm not getting... Well, he's 25, actually. I thought it was older than that, so... I don't think I've had my Spy Master do anything useful. Or is he? He's in Wessex. It's probably not where I need him. What am I doing? Factions. Let's go to East Anglia because they like me the least. I mean, theoretically that doesn't matter because I'm not really doing anything that will make their opinions of me improve. I'm at constant war, so I can't hold feasts or anything like that, but I still generally like taking my Spy Master to people who like me the least just because they're the least likely to be converted through other means. Alright, we are dying in the siege because of allies I don't want. My retinue is now 3,000 people. With friends like these. Oh, looks like they're causing some trouble. Second Catholic Crusade for Jerusalem has ended. Pope Adeodatus V has lost. Crusade for Jerusalem fails. The Lord, it seems, does not favor the Christian faithful. After a string of defeats and setback, Pope Adeodatus V has called off the Crusade for Jerusalem against Caliph Najib. A black day. Well, that's fine. We'll just conquer it ourselves. One day. Just dealing with all my schemers. Alright. So that guy I was ignoring. Please tell me this is his force. No, it's not. Elf, no! That's good, 10-year-old. Where is he? Our holding in Porto is under... Oh, right, because of this silly war that's going on. Fortunately, Aquitaine's got 15,000 troops, so I don't think I need to worry about my territory. I'll worry about my other holy wars. Amazes me to no end how rare it is for the Abyssinian region to actually get their act together. I think my experience of playing these Paradox games are that there will be these absolutely uncanny moments that happen. I'm like, wow, these guys really know what they're doing. And then, you know, the next thing I'm living in some weird alternate history where, you know, like the impossible has just happened. So I don't know, it's a fun game specifically for those reasons, but yeah, you get it's an experience. Maybe that's the best way to put it. Okay, the Duchy of Vetslander. And you magnificent people already pointed out that there is an easier way for me to find Is there any way for me to make it I guess to just sort by dynasty. Calling all roses. Let's also avoid using children in this case. I think Ildwine is in line to... Well, okay, let's just double check. He's not. Let's actually give it to his youngest brother just so we can be sure. Oh, what am I doing? It's not a duchy. Sadly, that doesn't help me with my laws. And how about picking a fight with an empire? I can. Okay, so what is their troop strength at? 5,000, so I am going to have to raise my own troops for this one. Let's at least get my retinue in place. I'll add the finesse when they actually get there. Uh-oh. I don't actually think I have any other way of handling that. I mean, no, I'm not lowering my crown authority. I really don't have any other way of handling vassals. Pope is upset with our law of free investiture. The Holy Father is asking us to change it to comply with church doctrine. I rule in my realm. Had a new kid. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even paying attention to the chat. Amazing to know and how rare it is. Oh, sorry. New Paradox game out. Paradox game, is that City Skylines? Oh, where's the fight happening? Oh, Alf. Where's Alf heading? Your homosexual queen fell in love with her husband. Didn't know they could do that, and then she died. Yeah, so, and actually it's worth mentioning, so Paradox has two sides to it. There's the publisher, and I believe that City Skylines is developed by a different group. And then there is the developer side of Paradox, which makes these grand strategy games. So, although, I mean, I'm not necessarily sure the distinction is that necessary so long as we keep getting good games. Well, Alf is about to come kick my ass in a second, actually. I think I'm just going to wait for him. I also think I need to start... Castilian Holy War for Galatia has ended. King Raymond II of Aquitaine won. Wow! I have a feeling my retinue's about to die. They arrived January 2nd, 16th, 15th, 8th. Well, that blows. Well, the titles Paradox publishes tend to have a tendency not to break whenever they roll out a new patch. Indeed. I have a feeling I'm going to lose a lot of the troops, too. Lost 2,000 there. Okay, so hopefully I can move to friendlier territory, and... we're serious now. Actually, before I invest anything too serious in this, I'm normally around the 1 hour mark. I take my first break for the evening, so I am going to do that now. Thank you everybody for coming out, and we had slightly different start to this playthrough than I was planning, but that's good. That's what it's about. Keeps me on my toes. I smell like poo. If you're still in chat, it occurred to me you had asked me to talk about Nintendo, and I've completely failed to do so since when you came in. So I will do that when I come back. But for now, I'm just going to ask for about 3 to 5 minutes of your time. I'm going to get up, stretch, get a drink of water. I encourage you guys to do the same, and we'll be back for more Crusader Kings 2 shortly after that. See you guys in a few minutes. All right, thank you everybody for your patience. Scary thing when your emperor is less prestigious than a newborn babe. Nicklor, I hope you start streaming soon. I want to see these adventures that you're going on to. All right, so I'm going to talk about Nintendo by popular request. Now, one thing, so what I'll do, the only quote-unquote authority that I can speak with, and that's not really authority, is that of an economics student. So the important thing to remember when econ students talk about investing stuff, there is a reason why you don't see a lot of econ students making a lot of money in financial markets. Like the usual conclusion that we have whenever we do some kind of study on financial markets are that, there's no way to make any profits inside of them. Everything kind of prices itself the right way. Maybe not automatically, but I'll say automatically for the sake of expediency. With an education trait, your nephew has achieved 21 diplomas at age 14. Wow. Man, Elf's really kicking my ass. Oh, it's because I was stupid. Drop it. Drop it. And that's probably my retinue that's just about to die. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose some of these territories, actually. The Chalk of Wall Street speaks. Yeah, so with that in mind, right, if you want to lose a lot of money in the stock market, listen to an economist. But with that in mind, I'm not necessarily going to say anything that you couldn't find inside, any news report. But I'll at least kind of try to motivate what I'm talking about and see if I can, at least offer my perspective in terms of what happened with that announcement. So I think the reason, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the reason why you're asking this is you're specifically interested in the recent activity where Nintendo just had a sudden jump in its share price. Now, the big thing that I would talk about first in my mind is the fact that I very much believe that businesses sort of cultivate the investors that they deserve, for lack of a better term. So a good example of what I'm talking about here is you consider a company like Amazon.com. Now, by and large, they don't make that much as far as profits go. They are a successful company by any measure. And they are buying lots of things, right? They own Twitch now. They've owned Twitch for a while. I mean, they own the Good Game Agency through Twitch. But if you take a look, if you actually look at the financial statements for Amazon, I think most people would be genuinely surprised to find out how little profit they make. Now, there was a very long time when there would be investors who are sort of clamoring for Amazon to behave in a certain way to generate its profits. But Jeff Bezos seems to have done a very good job of running this business the way that he sees fit. And I think generally his style is to invest as much as he can into the future of the company, which means things like Amazon Web Services and Twitch and all of these other features, which don't necessarily make a lot of money up front. He's sort of building a company for the long term. And so what's happened is, the people who are looking to make a quick buck have sort of gone away. And what's left are the people who kind of believe in this long-term vision of the company. Now, they may be wrong. This is the important thing, right? Jeff Bezos is unquestionably a really smart man, but doesn't mean that he is right about everything. So... Aren't their EPS low because they're investing in expansion? That's exactly right, Maticus Ray. So it's not that, it's not like the money's just being set on fire or something like that. There's a very clear plan behind it. But usually when I actually tell people the numbers, they're usually surprised to learn what the case is. Right about it. Thank you, Endors. And welcome. Another good example of this would actually be Costco. Because I think, what was it? Some analyst called it like the biggest co-op in America or something like that. Like, who was it? Was it Jim Sinegal who ran that company? He recently retired, but Costco very famously does not market, and they actually put their damn it. Sorry, just let me split off the retinue. I gotta get these people on a ship. So yeah, like, a bunch of investors get mad that Costco pays its employees so well. They say, why don't you just pay them at rates, equivalent to your competitors? Now, Costco's answer is, this goes into our marketing budget. Like, the fact that they give a really high level of customer service translates to the bottom line in the sense that people really like going to Costco. I mean, if you think about it, what other business do you know of where you pay a membership fee in order to buy stuff from them, right? Wouldn't that show up as profit before the reinvestment? It would show up as revenues, I think, but profits would be after expenses. I'm not an accountant though, right? So I don't know. I don't actually know the special. I don't know the special headings that go into them. But all I know, like, I think the best example that I can, I'll go back to Amazon for a second. The way that I know that Amazon has sort of cultivated the shareholders that it, I don't know, deserves or just, that it wants, is that when they miss earnings, they don't suffer these massive drops in their share price. A little bit like, Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, doesn't necessarily have these... I am doing something really dumb. Sorry, I just want to find where this river is between them. I will actually get onto Nintendo, but it's probably just as well that I'm stumbling over my words when I'm not actually talking about Nintendo. I think the morale difference will be enough to carry this. I hope it is, at least. Yeah. Can we be shareholders of my Twitch channel? I don't make that much in revenues, although CPO Williams changed that tonight, and someone claiming to be Akadak, who will remain nameless, but I think recently showed up, or maybe has been lurking for a while and I didn't realize, are doing everything they can to actually get me to a point where I need to start reporting income because of my small Twitch channel. Thank you again, guys. You are definitely spoiling me. But yeah, I think of you as stakeholders. We're in this together. Anyways, so I'm beating around the bush. Like, Warren Buffett's company tends not to see very violent swings in its share price when they report certain things happening. And that's because generally, if you're invested in Berkshire Hathaway, you probably have a positive view of Warren Buffett. People are usually going to be investing in that company because of its chairman and CEO. Want to be on my board of directors? Ak is here. Ak, I believe, is playing... I believe he is playing Dying Light with Yip right now, actually. Pushing for Raging 10-year-old to be the CEO. Oh my. Let's get rid of this British fleet. I have a feeling I don't like losing money. But yeah, anyway, so like in the case of Amazon, like even when they legitimately miss on their earnings or their revenues,